I don't know if you've been able to smell any of these. Mondays suck, so why not make it even worse with what we're about to do?
Oh no.
Today is not gonna be fun. And I'm just gonna let you know right away, it's not gonna be fun. I don't know if you've been able to smell any of these. Have you smelled any of the pours that we have up here?
I've tried not to. Anytime you have a big surprise, I try to keep it as a surprise.
And I was really thinking that I might move this to Friday since we do blinds on Friday. But
yeah,
I think this is going to be an interesting way to start the week.
Well, obviously, I was
Mondays,
a little surprised just by seeing ABCD on the bar top.
Mondays suck, so why not make it even worse with what we're about to do?
Oh no!
Today,
no.
Are you ready for it?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be.
Over the years, we've tried a lot of bourbons that we've said that we don't really like.
I don't say a lot, but there's been a few.
Okay, yeah, a lot. A couple. A handful.
There's been a few, for sure.
Do you see where I'm going with this?
I'm kind of getting a feeling, and I'm a little bit afraid.
We are going to be blinding the worst ones that we've had to try and find the best of the worst.
Oh, okay. So let me just clarify in my brain, because I'm a little odd sometimes.
Yep.
Things have to be somewhat of an order in my own brain. So these are bourbons or whiskeys, or all bourbons?
All bourbons.
Okay, so these are bourbons that we have actually tried before, and together we have said, not so good.
Drives me nuts. We got the wrong logo on the front there.
That would be my bad.
Yeah, these have not had the highest acclaim.
Okay, from either one of us.
From either one of us.
Okay, so we both have tried them. That's all I'm wanting to know.
We've
both
tried all
them, and we both said, not so much.
And this video isn't meant to trash the stuff and say don't support the distilleries.
No, we're not like that.
Some of these distilleries do make solid stuff.
Oh, I'm sure.
There's just some of the products that don't jive well with the palate. I'd be interested to hear your comments below.
And I'll promise you this, I don't even know what these are, but even if we don't like them, I will guarantee there's those out there that really enjoy
I know
these.
for a fact that there are.
And that always makes me happy.
And this is
the case.
The beauty of the bourbon world is this is all opinion.
Yes.
Y'all might like these.
Yes.
I can say right now that we did not have the nicest things to say about them.
I might change my mind.
Right. Yeah, that's kind of what I wanted to see.
All right.
These have been sitting open for a while. I think close to an hour.
Hopefully
they've been
not
in the
your
glass.
garage.
I did not in the garage or in the car.
Wow.
I know. I got these and I just had them. And these are all. One of these is. I bought one of these yesterday.
Okay.
And I did open it. It's been open for a while, and these have been sitting in the glass. So one of these is a fresher crack compared to the other ones.
All right.
And I did buy it just for this video.
Okay. Let's get started. Now I'm very curious. A.
And this is just to find the best of the worst of these four. There are a couple others that I didn't put in just because we could have had 6, 7 on the bar top, and I didn't want to do that to you today.
All right. I mean, I don't really smell anything that bad in here. I mean, it's not overwhelmingly great either, but I got a little honey. There's a little light caramel, a little of this, a little of that.
It's a little woody. Excuse me.
Yep.
Oh, forgot to do it.
Yep.
That's my fault.
Yeah. Got the refrigerator running.
It's pretty woody. It's sweet smelling though.
Yeah, it does have a little bit of honey sweetness to it, and I usually gravitate towards that first.
I'm not scared going into it. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, 2. Raquel, my sister, poured these. And we have the key right here. She did. That's why these are a little bit heavier pour.
A little bit of this.
This is the first time she did a pretty good job.
Yeah, my wife.
First time she's done the blind.
Trenton's mom's not here right now, so that's all right. Good for her.
It's on the lighter honey side.
Yeah, it's a little bit. To me, it's weird because I'm gonna refer to it as a little perfumey kind of tasting.
Ode to parfum.
Yeah. Almost like a little bit of an off floral type taste to it, and there's definitely some bitterness on the back end too.
Like if you've sprayed cologne or a perfume at yourself and you walk into it with your mouth open and you're like, you get a little bit of that, a little of the mist in your mouth. Yep.
Kinda, yeah.
Yeah. I could definitely see that.
Really? Oh,
yep.
Wow. I'm leaning towards his notes now.
I forgot we don't have like a pad and paper.
That's all right. I'm going to remember these.
Yeah.
Sir.
I figured you might.
I'm going to remember them.
Going on to B.
Yeah. Actually, I would say A. It just really.
I'm not upset about it.
It didn't make me make a face. So
this just kind of did on the nose a little bit.
Yeah.
It's Tyree?
Yeah, I'd say tire, and I was going to actually say Trenton, like a severely burnt caramel.
You agree on the tire?
Yeah.
Wow.
For sure.
Mark the day down, please.
Yeah, there's no doubt on that one. Yeah.
It's got a chalkiness to it.
Mm-hmm.
Almost like a mineral.
Yeah,
like
and I'd say an
rock.
overly charred caramel type note to it.
I can't wait. Ooh. Oh no. You remember we did the milk blind?
I had to go 1, 2, 3 swallow.
It tastes kind of very grassy. Like what did we do? Like a bison-fed grass milk or something? It's like that. It really just tastes like a field. Mm-hmm. It's very grain forward.
Yeah, very, very grain forward. Very unique. Very lends a lot towards the crafty side, but in a bad way.
The nose?
I hate to say too much too.
Why? It's all opinion.
I know.
It's weird though because it kind of smells like a if you've ever made brownies in the pan and then you let it soak to get the particulate off. Mm-hmm. If you've accidentally smelled the brownie water, it's kind of like that.
It does have some, and this is going to be overkill adjective, but it has some putrid notes to it. I mean, it has some rancid kind of notes to it, I guess. I did a second sip just so I could be sure. It wasn't my favorite thing to do, but yeah,
it's one of those things where I don't like it. I don't think it's great, but like I would drink it in a weird way.
Would you?
Yeah, like if you've ever smelled like this used to happen to us all the time. You get a pack of chicken, you leave it at the back of the fridge, you forget about it, you open it, and you just get slammed in the face with a bad chicken.
I was just going to say that almost to your point, because you know how I am. I hate for anything to go bad in the refrigerator.
Yep.
If I know there's leftovers or something in there, I'm going to finish them.
You don't want to know what he's eaten before.
I don't like to throw stuff away. But this kind of gives that vibe of tasting something that's been in the fridge for longer than it should. And it's not full-blown bad, but it's on
the cusp.
It's kind of on the road there. That's kind of what I get here.
You ever had bad cottage cheese?
Oh, sure.
It reminds me, I hate cottage cheese, but
you do?
Yeah, it gives me a hint of like a sour milk thing going on that might come from a bad cottage cheese, which I'm sure you've probably had before.
Oh, sure. You got to taste it just to make sure, you don't know if it's bad or not. If it's not, you got to finish it.
We have you say a lot like story time with stuff that I did as a kid, but like some of the stuff you've eaten could be an episode in itself.
It really could. Yes, it could.
Or the cocktail olive juice incident. Maybe we'll go into that in depth at some point.
The extra dirty martini thing.
It was moldy. There was mold in it.
I didn't see it. What can I say?
That's why I smell everything, but you make fun of me. That's why I smell everything before, and maybe that's because when we were growing up, there was a lot of weird stuff in the fridge that I'm like, oh, this could be bad. This is kind of stuff. Raquel cleaned out the fridge and found like ketchup from it was expired 4 years ago.
Hey, listen. I can't take all the blame on that. That's for sure.
Oh, I know.
But yeah, I don't like to throw things away. So yes, that is true.
Yep.
You got me there.
This is woody.
This is raw. This is wood from start to finish. There's no question about that. I'm not really even getting any sweetness out of that or hints of much of anything but wood.
It's wood, and it's like a wood Sour Patch Kid. I've said that before very few times, but
I see what you're saying.
Woody and it's sour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's about the only notes I could give it.
I love a good bad smell, and this is like it doesn't smell bad. It's not like it's not like gone off or anything, but.
No.
It's on the less appealing side of some of the stuff that we've smelled before. YOLO. Oh, no.
Mm-mm.
No.
I am not taking 2 sips of that.
No?
Negative.
You got to make sure you like it, get wallered around.
Not going to happen. That was wild.
That's a Ticonderoga number 2 right there. That is wood.
That's just I mean, I'm on a lot of construction sites. You walk up to where a carpenter's working. Dude. He's got that pile of sawdust there. Just start throwing a big old chaw right in there. That's what you're going to get from that glass. That's what it is. That's it.
What are you chewing, sawdust?
Yeah. Yeah, the old boy's cutting some 2x4s, so I'm on it. That's just, I can't.
I went in for number 2.
Yeah,
and I regret it.
That's just straight up strong wood.
If Staples had a candle, it would smell like this taste. Erasers, Sharpies, new office chairs, and pencils. Yeah, that's.
I'm not going to take another sip
that's a
just
tough
to
one.
find out if you're right or wrong.
All right. You should.
No. That's okay. I'll take your word for it. I wish I wouldn't have looked at you right now.
It smells like a goblin.
I'm sure you've never smelled goblins before.
No, but I mean.
Maybe the niece or nephew, but other than that.
What the heck is
this
that?
This is just so bad. I don't know what you did here.
I didn't do it. I didn't even pour Raquel.
I'm being quiet even because this is just, I feel bad in certain aspects too, but that is Sharpie, like imminent Sharpie. That's like the fresh Sharpie that you just pull out of the package, period.
Where did it go?
That's hard to say.
Oh yeah, it's one of these like big old king size honkers right there.
Yeah, straight out of the package too, fresh.
Dude, it is.
Fresh. Yeah.
I don't know what it is today, but the couple that we've had so far, they don't smell good and they don't taste good. Mm-hmm, but I would kind of drink all of them. Well, okay, maybe with the exception of C, because that was pretty rough.
Yeah, I will tell you this: if somebody if I was visiting somewhere and somebody poured me A or B, I'd keep my mouth shut and finish it, and be very thankful for it. I couldn't do that with C. I just couldn't. I have to say I'm very sorry.
Well, just wait till that hits the back of your throat. Oh no,
dude! What is that?
Oh,
no. I'm not doing that. That would be my first out.
Are you having fun? Was this a fun idea?
What is? That's Baby Hudson is what that is. If there's one bad bourbon that I've had since we've been doing this show that I think that I should remember, it's that one.
Yeah, I'm gonna toss out D as my fourth, and I'm gonna toss out C as my third.
Yeah, and I will go back to A and B and try to figure that out. But without question,
those are clear losers.
I can't believe that Raquel has no idea either. She's just like her mother. She has zero clue of any whiskey or bourbon or alcohol for that matter, and she poured these completely not knowing, and it progressively got worse. I mean, she couldn't have set it up any more rhythmically than that.
I know
for sure.
Well, and as she was pouring them, she's like, "Have you guys had these before?" I was like, "Yeah," and she's like, "Are they good?" I was like, "No, they're not." She's like, "Well, why would you even want to drink it?" And I was like, "Oh, that's for a show."
I have to admit that the aromas on B actually, to me, as we've been, moving along the video, has gotten a little better. A little bit.
The aromas are good and the front of the palate's good, but it's got this weird, really weird, like a mustiness to it at the end. Mm-hmm. Like the corn or something that they had it had too much moisture in it.
That's
or
perfect,
something.
Yeah. That's perfect description. And
it does have a little bit of a crafty vibe to it. I can see that for sure. It's got a little bit more depth.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Pretty much all these have depth. Doesn't mean that it's a good depth.
Depth in a bad way. I'm gonna go back to
this glass. What have I been playing with?
Yeah, probably. Oh. I somehow when I was watching Glenn's last week, I didn't even know how it happened. I must have set it down wrong. I set it here. You know how I was washing.
Oh, is that the one that exploded?
I set it down here on a towel, and I turn around, and all of a sudden, just there it is.
It was loud.
Yeah, my bad. Did a lot of cleaning back here to make sure I got them all. But
A's not bad either. Mm-mm. It's not.
Well, this might throw you off, but I think I'm going to take A out next.
So am I.
Really?
I like it, but B has a little bit more of a little bit more. This lacks flavor at the end. This has just a little bit more.
And I'm gonna still commit to my previous notes on this. It's kind of like a perfumey, kind of floral-y, a little bit rancid floral type notes in there. This one actually came around just a touch for me. Now, will I drink it, once a week? I doubt it, but it's it came around a little bit.
It's still musty and whatever it is. I'm not a big fan, but
well,
yeah, I don't know.
I'm gonna be very curious how this is gonna go.
Yep.
Because I have no idea what bottles that he brought over.
So we were the same on the lineup, right?
Exactly the same. First out was D. He's got a bit. Oh, just like his mother, he got it hidden in the.
You were right. Good old baby Hudson.
No wonder why you laugh so hard.
No, I didn't know what this was.
But you knew it was in there.
Oh, I knew it was in there.
And I'm telling you, it's I apologize. I'm sure that this company makes good whiskey too, Hudson Baby Bourbon Whiskey, but I'm about to go out on a limb here in Trenton and say that's probably the worst bourbon I've ever had.
Well, you spit it out.
So, and it remains in that position.
Yeah. Well, we had C out in third,
Unfortunately.
Okay. And this was, where'd it go? Oh, I lost it. No, we're good.
Of course.
It was the David E that we just reviewed.
Really?
Yep, it was.
Why did you do that again? I felt bad enough as it was already from the previous video.
Well, it wasn't one of our favorites.
I know.
There were a couple comments, and I like to read those because there were a couple folks that said that they weren't weren't fans of the David E stuff either. Mm-hmm. There were folks that said that they were.
Yeah.
I'm really glad that you like it. It's one of those things that it all comes down to palate preference.
Yeah, we're going to repeat over and over again here before we close, I'm sure. But for those of you who like any of the whiskeys that are going to be on the bar top, that honestly makes me happy. I'd rather you purchase a bottle and like it than purchase a bottle and don't like it.
Next up, we got old CK, Corner Creek, baby.
You had to go with the Corner Creek, didn't you? Oh man, this has some real history with us, doesn't it?
It does, and that was
your mom threw that in there on a blind on us at one point in time. We had no idea, and it was just like, what just happened?
That was A.
Yeah,
and I wonder.
I had to consider whether that was going to be in first place or not.
This bottle is better than the one that you had. I'll say that much. It's got a little bit more. It's not as woody as that one was.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know.
It's like I said, I would A and B. If somebody poured that for me, I would just keep my mouth shut and drink it. So it's not horrible. Just not up my alley.
Yeah. Do you have any idea what the first place might be?
No, I don't. Baby Hudson was the only one that I kind of figured was in there. That is foolish of me, because if I'd actually thought about it for 10 seconds, I should have figured that out.
The best of the worst right there,
baby. You would
baby.
have put that in there.
Best of the worst. Old WPS, Will Pot still. And I think I said this in the last video. I do have 4 of these open, and I counted, and I got the one that was the oldest one that we had. And we did a show, I think, before where we tried different Willet Pot stills, because there's some folks that said you might have gotten that bottle, so we bought another one.
Well, then also there were some folks that said the newer juice was better than the old juice, and we did that show too. And I don't even think we could tell the difference, really.
No, I don't think we did.
But like I said, it's not bad. I would drink it, at somebody's gathering that poured it for me, but I wouldn't buy it.
It's just a little bit musty. I think that's what I
and it's easy to get a little off track because it's got the Willet name on it, and look at that bottle. I mean, that bottle is really cool.
First one I ever bought, I texted him, I took a picture of it, I was excited.
You did.
And I texted him, I was like, hey, should I buy this?
This
and I
is
was
a
at the store. I was walking around for 5-10 minutes, he wasn't answering. And I was like, yeah, sure, I'll buy it. I get out to the car. As soon as I sit down in the car, he's like, don't buy that, it's not good. And I was like, well, I can't return it, so, and this is the bottle.
That's been a while ago.
That was 4 years ago. That bottle's 4 years old. And the only reason there's anything on it is from videos of it.
That's all right. It's got a little better through the years, so there you go. That's all right. Well, Trenton, I tell you what, you definitely surprised me with this concept.
Did you have fun? Would you do it again?
Never thought you were going to go down this road.
Well,
but you know, sometimes you got to do things a little different. We got to keep things moving, and you know, it was fun.
When there is so much stuff on the shelf that's new, it's when I like doing stuff like this. Mm-hmm. And I mean, we've covered these in videos before, but there's some stuff out there that the consensus from a good majority of folks is it's just not that great.
Right.
And I think this one, Fugru actually doesn't mind this.
He's got more hair on his chest than I do.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
I can say that.
But yeah, I mean, I hope you had a good time. I know I
did, Trenton. You know, any time spent with you is a good time for me. So
wow.
Regardless of what we're doing. Even
spitting out the Hudson, huh?
It had to happen. Just wasn't gonna swallow it.
Well, if there's one that if there is a bottle that you have tried that you spit out because you couldn't swallow it, let us know in the comments. Maybe we'll do a video on that as well.
I'm sure
we would have to toss in the Hudson, I feel like.
I'm sure Trenton will keep notes in it. Some other time there'll be another surprise video. It's not right away. He'll tuck it away for a while.
Oh yeah.
And when he thinks he can really get one over on me, then he'll put it out there.
On a Monday.
Why not? All right, guys, that's all we have for you today. Thanks so much for watching. We hope you have a fantastic week. As always, we ask you to please drink responsibly. See you next time right down here with Trent and me in the good old basement bourbon bar. See you later.